Well, when it comes to real estate, are there dozens, if not hundreds, of different ways to make money, right? But if you break it down, what are your different big picture strategies with real estate investing? What do you think? Buy and hold would be what type of strategy? Long term. Okay, good. So we have some long term, kind of wealth building. And then what else do we have? Short term. All right, and then we have our short term. So what would be a definition of a long-term real estate strategy? Buy and hold, why though?
Because you're going to put your renter in there, you're going to have it for a while.
Yeah, what's the big picture strategy of a buy and hold? You're going to build equity. What else? Passive income. But the idea is you're going to hold on to that property for a couple weeks? Years. It's a long-term wealth building strategy, and the idea is over time, if I acquire enough of them, it's going to appreciate. I get depreciation write-offs. It's the lowest taxable income, all these benefits, but it's a long-term strategy, right? Is anybody getting rich off of $200 a month cash flow? Okay, not today, so maybe later. So that's the idea. It's a long-term strategy. What about lease options? Are those short-term or long-term? Who said depends? Depends. Depends on what? Are you going to flip it in 90 days or 6 months? Or whatever, or are you going to keep it and put it in your long-term portfolio? So the idea here is short-term. What would that definition be? A flip. What's the strategy? How long are we in that type of investment? Okay, here's my definition. Under a year, and you could say under 2 years, but under 1 year is a short-term strategy. The idea is to get in, get out, and make what? I define short-term real estate as making as much money as I possibly can with the least amount of effort in the least amount of time, right? Who's interested in that kind of strategy? Are you? Is there anybody in here that's like, no, short term, I'm not interested. I want to build long term only. It's okay if you are. Some people are in that place. The great thing about short term, because this is obviously my focus today, is short term. The idea with short term though is to turn deals to make cash. And then hopefully some or a lot of that cash, short term cash, is then what? Reinvested into some long term strategies. Otherwise, you're constantly just in the grind. You're turning. Maybe you're making a lot of money, but that's the difference. To me, the difference between these two is getting rich and building wealth. I've been doing this for a long time. I do deals all around the country. I have an international training business. And so I'm in front of a lot of investors that want to learn real estate. And here's the number one problem that I run into all the time with short-term strategies. Everybody wants to learn how to do a deal. Meaning what? Well, not that there's only one way. What's the focus though? It's just what strategy can you teach me where I can go out and wholesale a deal and make $5,000? Like, how do I do that? Right? Is anybody in that boat? What's the difference though between doing a deal and building a business that does deals? What's the difference? Mindset's a huge part of it. Mindset's probably 99.9% of it, but what's the difference?
Work you have to put in.
Okay, work you have to put in. System, thank you. Think about a business. What is the definition of a business? It's a system that has processes that are repeated again and again and again that generate what? Leads and sales again and again and again. And the ideal business is you up here at the top as CEO, and then what are all of these down here? Yeah, these are your departments, and your departments function independently to produce the outcome. Make sales, sell widgets, whatever it is, in this case, real estate. Now, are most of you familiar with the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant? It says that there's four quadrants, and on the left side we have E and S. What's E? Employee, what does employee mean? You're trading time for dollars. Stop working, stop what? Making money. How's S different? Self-employed, how's it different? There's not a whole lot of difference. Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Why work for someone else for 8 hours a day when you can work for yourself for 12? That's the definition, right? The point here though is that you stop working, what stops? Chiropractor goes to Mexico on vacation. What happens during that week he's in Mexico? No money. What's a B? Business owner, right? That's this. That's you right here. Now, what's the difference between a B and an S?
They've got systems.
Right.
Employees.
This is a doctor who gets paid for surgeries. This is an owner of a doctor group where the doctors work for him. He makes money, the doctors do all the work. See the difference? What's this one? Investor. How's investor different? Investor has nothing to do with the business or any kind of product, really. It's your money. Your money's earning money. Does your money take a vacation? Does it stop when you sleep? It makes money, makes money, makes money, makes money. No matter what, it's compounding, compounding, compounding. Those that understand interest earn it, those that don't pay it, right? Do the credit card companies understand interest? They understand interest. Does the consumer who has $20,000 in consumer interest, credit card debt, do they understand the power of interest? No, because they're paying it. Okay, that's the difference here. What I'm focusing on today is this right here. How do you become a real estate guy running around right here? This is what everyone's taught to do. Go set up an entity, go do real estate, you can do some tax write-offs, blah, blah, blah. But what are you doing? You're chasing after a deal. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do a deal. Hopefully you tap into your network here, but the point is you don't have any kind of sustainable system that can repeat itself again and again and again and do deals again and again and again with you up here and the system functioning independently of you. That's what a business is. That's the definition of a business. And so I'm a big believer in what we call lifestyle by design. What does that mean? What's a lifestyle business? Anybody ever heard that term? Does anybody have a JOB that basically that's the front and center of your life and then you have to fit everything else around that? Okay, that's the opposite. A lifestyle business means the business fits around, first and foremost, you and your lifestyle. What's important for you. And it's designed around that. Okay, so for example, for me, I'm home in the morning. I'm up with my kids. We have breakfast. We homeschool, so I'm there for morning devotional. I pick my son up from school and we go to the gym, middle of the day. I'm home by 5 for dinner. I don't travel, Gary, thanks to Gary. I don't travel for work, hardly. Hardly. I don't travel much for work. That doesn't fit my lifestyle. We did a 1-year RV trip around the country for a whole year. And my business functioned while we did that. Yeah, with 6 kids, by the way. Yep, for a whole year. And so, pardon? On purpose, yeah, on purpose. Yeah, we sold all our stuff and traveled in we traveled in style. It was a custom built 50-foot, diesel air brakes RV, and we pulled our Suburban behind it. But yeah, we did it by design. It was lifestyle by design. This past summer, I would say in the past 2 months, I've hardly worked up till about 2 weeks ago. We traveled in our RV again for about 5 weeks this summer. I was in Lake Powell on my houseboat for a week. I took my son to Guatemala and we did a service mission for a week. And my business keeps running. Who wants that? I hope that's why you're here. I hope that's why you're part of Limitless. I hope that you have in your mind the goal of building a lifestyle business, whatever it is. Real estate's a great vehicle. In fact, if you ask me, I think this business I'm going to outline today is the best business that you could possibly choose from to do that, to build a very high cash producing business that feeds the lifestyle you want. And then hopefully you're taking that cash you're producing and funneling that into long-term investments so you can build generational wealth. Sounds great, Jerry. Yeah, you can do that. Sounds great. How do I do that? And here's the thing that I've learned, and here's where I've changed the game, I feel, is I've built a system that will allow you to manage all of this. Because the thing is knowing it's one thing, but having the tools and a structure to do it is an entirely different thing. So I used to run around with spreadsheets and checklists and all this stuff for these different things. And now what I've done is I've put it all together in one platform. Okay, and that's called Flipster. That's what's up on the board here.